Hello everyone and welcome to my coloring corner. Today is Fun Stuff Friday and I haven't had all that fun stuff going on today. For some reason my videos are deciding that they're going to have fun with me. So I'm going to have some fun stuff now. I wasn't going to do this because I wasn't sure about the time constraints and whatnot. But I'm going to paint this with these wonderful metallic paints. I showed them to you yesterday. They are Dyvicl Metallic watercolor, 12 different colors, wonderful pigmentation on black paper. So those are the colors we're going to be using. I'll switch you over to the close-up so you can get a good look of the wonderful, wonderful colors. So lots of really pretty colors. And we're going to paint the rest of this. Most of it was done with the Spree alcohol markers. And we're going to do the rest of it. So we've got the books, we've got the crystal ball, the pictures on the wall, the vines, and her wings. And we're going to color those all in with lots of pretty, pretty colors. So I'm going to start up here with the crystal ball. And I'm just going to take some of this beautiful, beautiful purple. And I'm trying not to put too much water on it. Because I am using coloring book paper. I have glued it onto a watercolor paper, so it shouldn't be too warpy. It shouldn't warp too much. So I'm going to use a little bit more water than that, I think. I'm going to switch you over to the other camera here so that you can see a little bit better of what I'm doing. And I'm going to move ya. There you go. I'm going to end up moving you around a lot because I can't be fussing and moving this too much. So now we're going to we've added a bit of purple, and we're going to add a bit of pink. And I need a touch more water. The paints are dry, so I'm just getting them a little wet. And we're going to swirl that together. Try not to get too much water on there. And then we're going to rinse that off. And get some yellow. So I hope everybody has been having a lovely day. I do apologize for the sound of my first video. It seems that it decided that it didn't want to give you guys any, sound for the first 3 minutes. I have fixed it, so I'm hoping that it stays fixed. It was weird because when I tested it, it had sound. And then when I was told that it didn't have sound, I tested it again and it didn't have sound. So I went in and fixed it. Now we're going to use some blue. I've added a bit of yellow, some pink, some purple, and now we're going to add some blue. And we're just going to get it all swirly type. And that's the crystal ball. And of course the sun is hitting it in just the right manner where you're not seeing the actual color. Let's see. See, it's all swirly. We'll take a closer look at it later. Now we're going to do some books. We're going to use this lovely green. And once again, I'm trying not to put too much water on. And with trying not to put too much water on, I'm not putting enough water on. So I'm using a really fine paintbrush that came with the paints so that I can try to control it and keep it from getting all over the place. Wow, that light is really hitting it. Hold on 1 second. Oh, that didn't help. I was hoping that turning off the lights would help, but it's not, so that's all right. We'll get back to it. So I'm just choosing whatever color, fits my fancy at the moment. And right now I've got the bronzy red color. And later on, once this dries, I will try to go back through and re-add any of the black lines that may have been removed or hidden by the paint. And then we're going to go back in and take this darker green color and do the shadow area of that one book. Now that that outer area is dry. All right. Then we're going to take our white and do the label on the book. This is going to look so nice when it's all done. It's going to be all sparkly, shiny. If I can control my hand. And of course, I'm going to actually turn some music on just so that we can relax with some tune, some nice relaxing music. Okay, so I'm going to take a little bit more of this red because I went over the lines a little bit here. And I'm just going to fix any of the area that I went a little bit too far with the white. Alright. And we're going to take this gold. And we're going to do, let's see if I can get that a little bit finer of a tip. I'm going to do the stand that the crystal ball is on. And then we're going to do this book here. going to take this, I think this blue, nice blue book. And then we're going to take a couple of colors and mix them together. We're going to take this silver black color. And a little bit of this blue color. And mix them together and get a blacky blue color to do this part of the book. And it seems gluing the page onto the watercolor paper has helped quite a bit. Now I'm going to take this medium golden yellow color. And we're going to try to get it nice and thin. Not thin enough. I think I need a smaller paintbrush for those little tiny details. Okay, so what I'm going to do for those little details there is I'm going to use a one of the paint pens that I got. One of those metallic pens. Will work well for that. Lots of little books. So I'm doing these books down here. I do apologize. One moment, I will be right back. Sorry about that, guys. Okay guys, sorry about that. My husband was on the phone. He's on his way home from work. So I'm going to use a bronzy red color here for this book. I'm trying to do it very, very gently so that I can stay pretty much in the lines. And of course we'll do a nice white on those labels. Okay. Now for these books down here, oh, let's turn that off. Blind y'all with the metallics. Okay, we're going to do a lovely seafoam green. For this one. And then we'll use this dark green. For the one next to it. And of course the ones on top. We'll use a small marker for. Now of course we got to do the labels, and I think I'm going to do these labels in light yellow. Now if you remember yesterday when I showed you the stuff that I got in, along with these paints was some paint markers, and I have them right here. So we're going to grab those and we're going to take let's see, we're going to take this white first of all, and we're going to do the center parts of the book here where all the pages are. Get all those pages colored in. And then we're going to take, I think, this lovely red color. As you can see, if I put it in screen, these are a lot finer of a tip, and they're a little bit sturdier. So getting into these really, really fine little areas is a little bit easier. Seeing them could be difficult, but getting into them is a little bit easier. Now we're going to take some gold. We're going to, that's green. Wrong one. Almost made a boo-boo. I'm going to take some gold here and finish this one off. And then we'll take some green and we'll do this one. Okay, and then we're going to take some, we're just going to use all the colors. It's going to be the most colorful bookcase. I'm going to do some blue down here. And with these smaller areas, it's a lot easier to use these pens than it is to use the paintbrush. And then we're going to use some purple. And try to stay in the lines. And still get good coverage. And then, what other color? This nice bright green here. Okay. And then I'm going to take the paintbrush and we're going to grab some of that yellow. And do those up. Alright, now for the vase. And the vase we're going to do with blues and teals. So I'm going to take this blue and I'm going to load it up really thick on the brush. Try to get as thin of a edge as we can get. You guys don't want to know my concentration face right now. I'm not really good at painting, but I really wanted to play with these, and I've had a bit of a bad day, so I figured what's it gonna hurt? Yeah. So I'm just going to take a little bit more water. And thin down what I have on my brush here a little bit. Try to get into all the little corners and crevices. Okay. And still keep that metallic shine. Alright, so there's our blue. And you guys can't see that whatsoever. That's horrible. Let's see. Let's see. See, there's lovely blue. And then we're going to take some of this green. And we're going to try to make it very, very thin. And then we're going to take I think a little bit of this purple because I like it. I need a little bit more water on there. And I'll come back through and any of the lines that don't seem to show through, I'll try to put them back in. Because you know how paint is, sometimes it's thicker than the ink. Try to thin it out enough that it's the pretty color I want it to be, but you can still see the ink through it. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. There we go. We've got the vase done. Now, Let's do the vines. We're going to use the pens for that. And we're going to shift you up here so that you can see what I'm doing. And I'm just going to So of course both of these things are things that I showed you on Thursday. Actually, everything I've used on this picture is something that I showed you on Thursday. And I know I wasn't going to do the gel pen, not the gel pens, the paints and the paint pens, but I really wanted to sparkle up this picture. So that's why we're doing it, because I want to. And you know, it probably won't air until everybody's, you know, gone to bed, but this is just a bit of fun. I really wanted to finish this picture off. Such a pretty picture. Okay, so there's the light green. Now we're going to take the dark green and we're going to color in the leaves a little bit. Of course, we've got to let it dry, and then we'll go over top of it with the light green for the accents and whatnot, because you can't see the black lines through this paint pen. So we're going to let it dry, and then we'll add a little bit of lighter green to it and put those lines back in. Or maybe we'll use a little bit of paint, I don't know. We'll see. It always looks so messy until you get it all cleaned up. But you gotta be patient with it and let it dry. And I think that's probably why I don't use these things very often, is because I have no patience. You mean I can't do it right now? I think that's my biggest downfall, is I just want to do it all at once. And once it's all done, it'll be really pretty, but oh, and of course you're off screen. Sorry guys. I'm trying to get it close to me so I can see what I'm doing. The desk just isn't big enough. Probably because I have stuff all over it, so. So I'll probably finish up these leaves off screen when they're dry. Because they need to be touched up and cleaned up. And I don't want to keep you here all night waiting for paint to dry. And we'll move on to other things while this dries. Because there's a few other things that we still have to do, like the wings and the pictures. Okay. Hopefully you guys are still in screen. Okay, so that's all the little leaves done. And like I said, we'll go back through later and put in all of the details and whatnot. So I want to take this, I think this one, which is a brownie color, and do the picture frames. Let's see if I can get you back into the screen here. Again, another really small area, so we'll just use the pen. Even the pen's a little bit thick. Running out of room. All right. And of course I will go around and make sure that I've covered all of the little areas. Now I'm going to use this one for the grass here because it's a lighter green. And then we'll take our paint green, which is a darker green. Make sure that we have some water on it. And we will paint our treetop. Give it some motion and movement, and it'll give it a little bit of texture, I think. So it resembles some sort of leaves. And then we'll dry that off, and we'll take this brown here. Try to do the trunk of the tree. All right. Now for the butterfly. Let's get some water here on the purple. And we're just gonna coat the butterfly's wings with this purple. And then we're going to let it dry for a bit, and then we'll add some colors to the dots. Maybe we'll use the I don't know, maybe we'll use gel pens or something. We'll add some yellow and pink dots to it, I think. And we're going to use this one for the body. Little antennae. Alright, now we have her wings to do. And her wings are going to be a whole lot easier. Alright, so we're going to get lots of the purple. And I'm going to turn you so that I can actually get to the wings. And move you up here. And turn off that light, because we don't need the light. Trying not to put too much water on, because as you can see here, the paper is starting to disagree with it. But I'm still trying to give enough of the cool illusion that this purple gives. Because as we know, this coloring book is definitely not made for watercolor. So I had to improvise. And the improvisation worked for most of it. I just put too much water on there. So you have to be really careful how much water you use. And yes, I know this, but sometimes you just don't think about it and you just do. take a little bit of the black, put it down here with some purple. We'll put in lots and lots of purple, just to make that purple a little bit darker for the back wings there. Just regular purple up here. And of course I'm trying to go around all these little bubbles, or these little spots, beauty marks. But some of them are really close together, so I will have to find them and gel pen them. Because after I'm done with the paint, I'll let it dry, and then I'll go around all the black areas, around the black lines, with the gel pen and give that definition back. So that it doesn't look like it was painted over. So it doesn't look so sloppy. I should have grabbed a thinner brush, I think. For these parts. Especially since I really wanted to do it in just this one specific color, or a specific color combination, because I've got thoughts for the spots too. Okay. Now we've got the purple down. Now, rinse this off really good. Wipe it clean. And then we're going to take this red pink, put some water on it. And we're going to just very gently do the edge of the wing, if you can see that. And then same thing with this wing down here. I take a bit more water, get it nice and tight. And try to keep it in the lines. Alright, there's our pinks and our purple. Now we're going to take some water and we're going to wet this light yellow down. Load up that brush. Of course it's too wet, but that's alright. It'll bubble a little bit. Then we're just going to do all these little dots. All the little spots with the light yellow. Then we'll let it dry and I will go around it with a gel pen and finish it off, and I will post it in the Facebook page. And yes, we do have a Facebook group for the channel, so if you're not a member of the Facebook group, of course you can join us there. Of course the link is in the description below. These were purchased on Amazon, so if you want to purchase them on Amazon, I will leave links for them. And of course those will be affiliate links, so anything that you purchase through one of my affiliate links does help out the channel with a couple of pennies. So if you want to help out the channel a little bit financially for purchasing different prizes as well as shipping and that sort of thing, you can definitely do so by using an Amazon link. Of course, that does not cost you anything. It does cost Amazon something, but not you. Another way that you can help the channel out, of course, is by a monetized donation through my PayPal. And that link, of course, is also in the description below, as well as on my channel banner. So if that's something that you would rather do, you can definitely do that as well. And that also goes to the channel. Okay, I think we got one little spot left to do on the vase down here. Okay, so I think that's about it, guys. Let's take a look. So there is our wonderful, and there's all of our metallics. Shining away there. And of course, like I said, I'm going to go through with a gel pen and re-add all of the dots and spots and everything with a gel pen afterwards. I'm going to add I also have to add the bits and pieces to the vines. Just adding some green spots here to this butterfly. And there we go. So there's our butterfly, who's all nice and purpley with some green spots. And I'll turn this on so that you can see the metallic shine on everything. Alright guys, well, I want to say thank you all very much for watching. I know that this was an hour of just fiddling about, but I really wanted to try these metallic paints on an actual picture. And I had a bad day, so I wanted to just relax and do something. So that's why we ended up fiddling about with it. Now, of course, I have completely missed half of this circle. So I'm just going to fix that. Did I miss any others? That's the thing sometimes with metallics, is you have to look at it in all different directions to see all the areas that you may have missed. And of course, like I said, I'm gonna clean these all up before I post it. And I will post it in the Facebook group after I do the gel pen, as well as the edges of and centers of those leaves. But so far, that's what we have. I hope you enjoy it. I think it's pretty. I think it's going to turn out very, very lovely. Thank you all so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day. Always remember to relax, color, and stay safe. All right, guys, bye-bye for now.